The Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me as usual is my co-host, Joel Meyer. We're back. How you been, Joel?
Excellent, yes. Especially on the weekend, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the away goals were kicking. That went swimmingly well, especially Friday and Saturday. Even the Bears away team got a nice win in Philly. Domination on the ground. Much like the Bills against the Steelers, to set a record. First time since 1975 that they went for as many rush yards as they did. 8-1 in NFL on Sunday. The futures for college and NFL went excellent. And, of course, hockey keeps clicking. Really rough day on Tuesday, so thankfully we didn't record on Monday. But other than that, it's been going great. But, of course, you're just getting back from the old country. So how was that?
Yeah, got back from Dublin about 24 hours ago. Apologies to everyone that we said we might record. I wasn't going to record from over there. So we're back here. I saw comments asking if the podcasts were over or whatever. No, we're back. We're back here. Just a week off. I'm going to try to catch up, today, tomorrow, Saturday. But yeah, good trip there for a week. Jet lag hit me pretty hard early on. We got in at like 4 a.m. and we couldn't check in until 11 a.m. So we dropped our bags off at the hotel and then there's nothing open between like 5 and 7 a.m. I think every city should have like one 24-hour diner in like the city center. I know that's a big American thing, but got through that.
It's only like 5 hours difference, isn't it?
It's 5 hours difference, but it was a 5 p.m. flight, so I got in at like midnight, and I took like a nap when we got to the hotel, but like it was a lot. It was a lot.
Try going from Vancouver to Bucharest 6 times a year.
But before that, the Aer Lingus flight there. We just booked normal seats. It was not a full flight though, and one of the flight attendants must have saw me struggling to walk through the aisle as I got on the plane. So we got a free seat upgrade to the exit row seats. That was a nice thing there. Had some wine to enjoy the flight. Only about 5 hours there, 7 hours on the return flight. But a great trip over there. I was donning my Flyers beanie. A lot of comments on that. One of the bartenders was a Latvian guy. He's like, "Oh, we got Abels on the Flyers. I'm a Flyers fan." I'm like, "Oh, great!" I'm like, "Yeah, I love rooting for Latvia when they're in the Olympics or World Juniors." Some other guy was
loves.
Yeah, he loves, and he mentioned the Lightning, Gergensons, and Berzlikins, of course, as Latvian as well. Then I went to a different pub. The bartender was like, "Oh, there's a Flyers tax here. I'm a Devils fan." But and there were two guys there that were like, "Oh, we went to where Dave Hackstall coached in college." I'm like, "Oh yeah, he was a much better coach there in North Dakota than he was with the Flyers." So
hockey alive and well in Ireland.
Yeah, a lot of love for Flyers over there. A lot of love for hockey. Good to be over there. Cold, rainy, dark. A lot rainier there than in Dublin or in London. I know London gets a pretty bad rap, but it rained pretty much every day in Dublin. But went over there mostly for leisure. A little bit, scouting out potential places to live over there as well. So a good trip over there. A week. Sounds like a long time, but it's not really a long time when you're in a new country trying to explore everything. But a great time over there. Have not really been following hockey too much. I was following that Eagles Bears game because I was one of like 1,000 people alive in like a free Fanatics contest, and I was between the Eagles and the Rams. So when the Eagles lost, I was like, "Oh damn, the Rams are going to win." Then the Rams lost too, so I would have been screwed either way.
Those contests where you have to pick. There's a separate week for Thanksgiving and Black Friday games. Like, I don't know who survived that. That was literally all the underdogs won, and there were some big dogs. I guess Cowboys have been the best one, only 3.5 point, or the Packers maybe. I don't know, but that must have been an absolute slaughter. Thankfully, or not thankfully. I mean, I was out a while ago thanks to the fucking Arizona Cardinals blowing a 21-point lead and against I don't remember who they were playing. Panthers maybe.
Was that the Titans only win?
Yeah, that could have been it. Yeah. It's going to be tough to beat that survival loss, but yeah.
Yeah, we met some Lions. The pair of girls were from Michigan, some Lions fans there, and like we were sitting at the bar and we were talking with the bartender, and like they were like, "Can you slow down? I can't understand you." It's like it's just a average Irish accent. Like, why are you going to Ireland if you can't understand a normal Irish accent?
Ireland Irish accent is easier for me to understand than Scotch. Like the Scottish people, some of the real thick ones I have trouble with. Irish is no problem.
Yeah, no, and that was right after we went to a pub and I ordered, and this bartender, she was probably like Eastern European, so she probably didn't understand a lot of English. She could not understand me at all. And then like we went to a different pub. We met girls from Ireland. They were like, "You guys don't have any accents at all. They're very soft." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, great," because I was just told they couldn't understand me. So it's just I guess depends on the spot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time in Dublin. I'm sure I'll think of more stories as I get less jet lagged. But if you're ever looking for any recommendations over there, make sure you guys hit me up. Not gonna tell everybody, but if they want anything specific, you can always reach out. All right, yeah, I haven't recorded in over a week here, but we're always transparent about our puck buck picks. Just gonna throw these on the screen really quickly for last Monday and Tuesday. I went 5-4, up 27. You were 7-7, down 11. Archie 7-2, up 80 puck bucks there. Only real big game I remember is that Stars game in Edmonton, which I was not awake for, but I woke up and saw it was like what, it was like 8-3 or 8-4, something like that.
Yeah, the Stars were up 4-0. Actually, some prop bets in that one. Remember they shouted out the Jason Robertson goal, got that. Roslovic scored a garbage time goal, I think, and my one that missed was Stuart Skinner over 21.5 saves. He was pulled after the first period, but yeah, that was a fun game to watch. I mean, it was the only game on the slate, so I watched the first two periods at least.
Yeah, at least it was a fun game for the only game on the slate,
right?
And yeah, a bunch of these other games would happened 10 days ago. We're not going over them, but positive day for two of us. -11 for you, 7-7. So not a bad there. Okay, yeah, we got 10 game slate here on Thursday. Also going to touch on 5 games on Friday. So 15 games. We'll touch on probably most teams. I know the Flyers don't play, but I'll bring them up somehow when the Canucks are brought up, most likely. But of course, it is the holiday season. Make sure you check out the SGPN merch store. Last week of the merch sale, use promo code HOLIDAY to get 25% off. Anything else from the past week you want to touch on, or are you just want to get into the games here?
Let's get going.
All right, let's do it here tonight at 7 p.m. You got Brock Nelson and the Colorado Avalanche -198 at the New York Islanders +164. Under 6.5 -135. Over 6.5 +114. Start us off, Joel.
Yeah, well, the Avalanche, they can't lose. Another dominant win against the Canucks on Tuesday night. I think Nathan McKinn was saying that he was bored. I mean, after the game, it was a pretty dismissive remark against the Canucks, but that they deserved it after another dreadful performance from Vancouver. I think that's the 5th time this year Nathan McKinnon himself has outscored the opposition, which is a crazy stat. As expected, he's running away with the Hart. The latest awards watch confirms that more or less. Yeah, he's having probably his best season. He just won the Hart 2 years ago, so that's saying a lot. I think I saw a stat where they're outscoring the opposition like 37-9 when he's on the ice, which is also insane. Yeah, and so the Avalanche keep rolling. Keep expecting them to hit some adversity, a little bit of a slump here and there, but no, they keep rolling, and that's why you get -200 here on the road against a capable Islanders team who have got some real good goaltending from Sorokin ever since that goalie change. The money line here is a little steep. If anything, I would still play the Avalanche. You got Patrick Roy going against his old team, of course. And like I mentioned, Sorokin playing elite goaltending, but it's just too high of a number there for the Avs. So I'll go with the under 6.5. The Avalanche playing elite goaltending, and also in that awards watch, Scott Wedgwood is apparently the favorite there for the Vezina, not reflected in the odds board, but that's for good reason. The Avalanche have the best defensive environment by far. Steve Alcat was saying that their defensive environment is like 0.904 save percentage is expected, and Wedgwood's at 0.912, so only a little bit better than what he's being afforded. And no other team's even 0.900 in terms of their defense. So that just shows you the the comfort level that these goalies are playing in Colorado. So hopefully that continues here. Islanders are playing better defensively than they were to start the year. Offense has dried up just a bit. Schaefer slowed down just a bit, but that's to be expected from such a young guy. And considering his awesome pace in the month of October, that was never going to be sustainable. But anyway, under 6.5 here, minus 135. Give me 25 puck bucks on that one. Actually, let's do it under 6 if you can find that quickly. It's probably plus 105-ish.
Under 6, I'm seeing plus 100 is the best available, minus 105 at 3 different shops. What do you want to use for that? Let's
just
do even money.
Yeah, sure. Just 20 puck bucks and even money under 6.
Yeah, not too much to add. I'll take that same under 6. I was going to do the under 6.5. I'll do under 6, even money for 20 puck bucks there. I'm also going to take the Avalanche puck line plus 136, just for 15 on that one. When they win, which is a lot, they typically win pretty big, 3-1, 7-2, 3 straight shutouts there. And the Islanders, Kyle Palmieri is now out, I believe, for the season after tearing his ACL, but still getting an assist. You
saw that.
Still getting an assist against the Flyers on that play
ridiculous.
There. Peugeot is still out for the Islanders as well. Blackwood's going to be starting, I'm assuming, against Sorokin. So like the under here, like the Avs here on the puck line, plus 136 for 15 there. And 37 goals for, 9 against for McKinnon at 5-on-5. And McDavid, 21 for, 25 against. So it just shows the difference that those two players have on their teams. Obviously, better defense, better goaltending, but still, huge difference there between two of the top players in the league.
Best player in the world right now.
Yeah. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 140 at the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 166. Under 6.5, minus 115. Over 6.5 at minus 105. We thought the Penguins might fade a bit after coming back from Sweden. Lost those first 2 games, but now have won 3 of 4, including a big win in Philly. Philly was you were on the Penguins there. Malinsky special for the Flyers. 30 game in 4 nights, just a scheduled loss for the Flyers. So good win by Pittsburgh there. But Tampa Bay, I know John Cooper has gotten a lot of love in the Jack Adams in that awards watch because no Hedman, McDonough's missed time. Vasilevsky's out. Cernak Point out as well. But Brandon Hagel getting it done, Kucherov getting it done, and John Cooper is getting it done here. Not sure if I love the minus 166. That is probably the only way I would possibly look here. Still don't trust the Penguins. I just don't really know what to make of them at all. As for the total, Vasilevsky, his odds have come down a bunch in the Vezina, so it's like 5-1 or something.
Johansson's there, I believe. In that,
is it? All right, because Vasilevsky is out tonight. I did just say that. So Jari versus Johansson. So given that, maybe a small play on Pittsburgh if you're looking for something, but I'm going to have a good old pass game here for me.
Yeah, you mentioned John Cooper there. I did make that bet. Once again, the awards watch has him as the favorite, and for good reason. I mean, you look at the surprise teams, the teams that miss the playoffs, that make the playoffs, seems to make massive leaps. Obviously, the Ducks are the clear contenders for that. But we know about the Quenneville aspect. I don't think that certain guys are going to vote for him. They're not going to want to recognize him as an elite coach after the controversy in Chicago. So he's got that as an anchor for his candidacy, even though he should be the deserved winner by the usual metrics that the award goes by. So John Cooper, you mentioned what he's doing with the injury. I mean, JJ Moser is carrying this team. He's playing out of his mind, to be fair. But missing half of your defense, the better half of your defense, is something special. And he's never won the award. We're getting all that kind of hype around the best coach in the league. He's never won the Jack Adams. Like, that's repeated constantly over the past couple of weeks. I really like John Cooper there to win the award. And Bender is certainly in the mix as well with what the Avalanche are doing, but he's like 3 or 4 to 1, and Cooper's like 4 times the odds. And and McKinnon is just going to get all the credit, Makar, all that stuff. So
exactly.
they don't have the injuries that the Lightning are going through right now. And I do think that they are going to finish first or second in the Eastern Conference this year. Already big favorites to win the Atlantic. So yeah, I love the Cooper bet right now in the double digits because these other teams, like, I don't see them being sustainable, like Blashill in Chicago, Muse in Pittsburgh. I don't think they're making the playoffs. Martin St. Louis, I don't think the Canes are going to be significantly better than last year. Tourigny in Utah has kind of slowed down.
You're missing one guy. You're missing one guy that we're both very familiar with, Joel.
Rick Tocchet. I don't know. I keep underestimating the Flyers, I guess. And to be fair, his odds are still way up there. So I don't hate that one. But my point is that these surprise bad teams that are suddenly good, I don't love them this year. So this could be the year where Bednar finally wins the Jack Adams. So that's I'm already strong in the Lightning, so I might as well add that.
Cooper, you mean? You said Bednar finally.
Oh yeah,
Cooper,
Cooper, of course.
I don't think
AC.
You're not sweeping Hart, Norris, and Jack Adams. That just does not make sense. Like, you're coaching the best defenseman and best forward in the league. You're the best coach too. So, I think Cooper and Adams would be my two. Cooper and Tocchet would be my two Jack Adams bets.
One last note: Vasilevsky too. That was a good shout up by Archer to win the Vezina when he was 25-1. Now it's like on Bettle 3 or 4-1. But he's been second best goalie in the league behind Spencer Knight, maybe. He's a very bad start, but he's been elite since.
Do you have anything for this game or no?
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have talked about that. I bet the Lightning and the over. I like both those bets a lot, but I've talked enough about the Lightning here. And Penguins, they still have a very good offense. Goaltending coming back down to earth, especially Shilov's. Defense still suspect, despite Erik Karlsson having a resurgent season there. I love the over and the Lightning here to win.
Pucks?
20 on the over. Let's do 25 on the Lightning money line.
All right, going to our ad break here. We're brought to you by Kalshi here. We're just partnered up with Kalshi, a real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. All 50 states, you can trade tons of markets, including sports, every sport, NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. You can also trade props like first touchdowns. Also have other markets like politics, entertainment, and even the weather. You can trade anything at Kalshi here. So new Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And of course, we still got Underdog here as your home for pick'em entries, where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code HGP. All right, still here at 7 p.m. Got the Nashville Predators plus 154 at the Florida Panthers minus 185, under 6.5 minus 135, over 6.5 plus 114. Joel, I'm glad you're back there because I have no idea what to make of either of these two teams.
The line's pretty high. Both teams kind of going in different directions right now, with the Panthers losing 3 in a row. Predators, 3 of the last 4, I think, were wins. Something like that, dominating the Flames in the last one. Panthers, it's tough to back, minus 185. They were the better team, I think, against the Leafs, but most teams are the better team against the Leafs these days. But they got goalie. Joseph Woll has been outstanding, as we'll talk about in the next one. Panthers are playing okay, but they gave up 2 2-goal leads, including one against your Flyers a week ago. So they got to button the hatch and then start getting going, because right now they're tied with the Sabres. Something they're close to the bottom of the Atlantic.
I think they're last in the East.
Yikes. They got to figure things out, because even if they get those guys back at the end of the season, not going to matter if they're not in the playoffs. Barkov, that is. But minus 185 is a bit high. Bobrovsky has not been good lately. That's kind of worrisome for the total I'm going with here, but I think that the Panthers plays with good defense, and the Predators regress a little bit in terms of their scoring, which has been a lot higher than it has been in weeks past. So under 6.5, I guess, on even money, I guess, with the under 6 is probably the same price as the other
under
one,
6 is minus 105. Not seeing any plus odds there.
Whatever. We'll go with that. Just 15 bucks on that. I think the Panthers win. You could do regulation or something like that, but other than maybe a couple parlays, I'm not going to be betting the side here.
Yeah, I am going to put 15 bucks on the Predators plus 154. Just think it's a little bit too high of a line given how these teams have played recently. Past 10 games, expected goal share. You got Nashville at 11th, Florida at 16th. And yeah, Nashville went to Florida in one of their first games back, or hosted Florida in one of the first games back from Sweden. Got kind of stomped there 8-3. So I think they bounce back here against the Panthers, who are not playing well right now. Luosterainen, that injury maybe is big. Who knows what's really impacted them. Okay, down to 7 o'clock again. Got the Toronto Maple Leafs plus 170 at the Carolina Hurricanes minus 205, under 6.5 minus 122, over 6.5 at plus 102 here. I think I'm going to be back in the Leafs in this one. Plus 170 seems to be a pretty high number. Is the end of a long road trip. We're just down in Florida, now up in Carolina. But yeah, back-to-back wins in 3 out of 4, a few overtime losses. Their past 7-8 games there. Only thing is Hurricanes playing a lot of low event hockey. 17, 16 shots in the last one, only allowed 13, 17 in their 2 before that. So under might be the stronger way to go here, especially if Wall is playing as good as you mentioned there. So yeah, I'll take the Leafs here plus 170, just 10 bucks on that. But I'm also going to take the under 6.5 minus 122 for 24 bucks.
Well, we saw this game earlier this season, except it was in Toronto when both teams were on a back-to-back, and the Hurricanes absolutely slaughtered the Leafs. Hildeby was the net for that one. Remember, he was outstanding. It should have been a much bigger margin of victory for the Canes, and the shot attempts were like, I don't know, they almost like tripled them up in that regard. And that was when the Leafs were scoring at an insane clip. They regressed a little bit that way, but they're also playing a lot better defensively now. I love the under 6.5 minus 122. Give me 20 bucks on that. I mean, the regulation line only gets you down to minus 155, I'm seeing. But I think that's still the way you got to go. So let's just do 20 bucks on the Canes in regulation. You know what? Let's do 15 bucks on the minus 1.5 instead of plus 114. Yeah, Leafs, they play like 2 or 3 good games all season long. Now they're going against one of the best teams who've had 3 days off, 4 days off. They haven't played since Saturday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, or maybe Sunday. I don't know. But the point is they've had a lot. They have a big rest advantage here, and they've got some practices in, which is a rare commodity in this compressed schedule. So hopefully that turns into a Canes victory here. I just can't believe in the Leafs right now. Even though you're getting a nice big number at plus 170, they haven't merited that. I mean, Austin Matthews looks like a shell himself. I think he's playing through something, but they're always saying that now. He's always playing through something. He's just not the player that he once was. And yeah, so Canes regulation and the under.
Yeah, but puck line for the bucks.
Oh yeah, right. Puck line, that's right. Yeah, Joseph Waldo is playing out of his mind, and that's the reason why they're getting points in winning these last few games.
Yeah, 925 save percentage. I'm seeing here. That's incredible. All right, 7 o'clock again here. Got the New York Rangers plus 110 at the Ottawa Senators minus 130. Over 5.5 minus 115. Under 5.5 here at minus 105. Joel, what do you got?
Oh, it's a massive Belinsky here. Senators, 7-game road trip. They've been on the road for a while. They were going all over the place. They went to fucking the West Coast and to Dallas, all the way back to Quebec. Now they're back home finally, and just 1 day off in between the win against the Habs. So I love the Rangers here. They're a very good road team, coming off a nice win against the Lightning, where they were, or the Stars rather, where they were a very impressive team in that one. So yeah, Rangers are figuring things out somewhat and getting some goaltending. And of course, they've been one of the best teams on the road. So getting them as dogs here against the Senators team coming back from a massive road trip is one of my favorite plays of the day. I mean, the Senators, though, if you look at their underlying numbers, they're top 5 in terms of expected goals for percentage. So Travis Green has got these guys playing well, even without Brady. Tkachuk is, of course, back last couple of games at least. Yeah, Rangers here. Give me 25 bucks on the Rags money line. If I had to bet a total, it would be the under as well. You know what? Let's do 15 bucks on the under. Although, Yeah, I think if this loses because the Rangers put up like 4 or 5 against Maryland, who is confirmed for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, not much to add there. We love the Rangers here, plus 110, huge Malinsky, as you said. But yeah, I did not realize Ottawa past 10 games have the second best expected goals for share, only behind Carolina. Rangers have the fifth worst there, but a lot of that had to do at Carolina. They got doubled in shot attempts. And then their one loss in their past 5 games was back to back with travel against the Lightning when they got outshot 34-13. So besides that, played been a good hockey team over the past 2 weeks here. So yeah, Rangers plus 110 for 20 bucks. And Shesterkin, his odds I think have come down a bit for the Vesna as well.
Really?
Unless I don't know, maybe they're around the
He's
same.
always in like 4 or 5, 6 to 1.
Okay, I forget what he was at. Maybe. All right, 7:00 again here. Got the St. Louis Blues minus 148 at the Boston Bruins plus 124, over 5.5 minus 115, under 5.5 minus 105. Boston just had that home and home with Detroit. They've been alternating wins and losses for quite a bit now here. 9-5 at home though for Boston, so that might be the way to look in this one. St. Louis coming off a loss against the Ducks. Last road trip, 5-game road trip, they lost 4 of them. 3 went to overtime, so maybe a draw play in this cross-conference game. I think the Blues are better than the record shows, but don't think they should be minus 150 here. And just make sure. Oh, David Pastrnak is out. That would explain that. I did forget
And
that.
McAvoy.
And McAvoy. I forgot about that. But yeah, Bruins would be the only way to look here, but Jim Montgomery, revenge game, no Pastrnak, no McAvoy. Gonna be a pass for me.
And Corpusalo in net for Boston. So it's and Binnington, historically, he owns the city of Boston, whether it's for Team Canada or St. Louis in 2019. Yeah, I wanted to back Boston as well, but that's tough. Blues are missing some guys as well. They lost to Nathan Walker. They lost to Jimmy Snuggerud for a bit, and Toropchenko, a fellow burn victim.
Yeah, what is happening with all these guys?
Burned his legs, apparently. I have no idea how that happened, but he's going to be out for a bit as well. Yeah, that doesn't compare to losing your best forward and your best defenseman and Pastrnak and McAvoy, respectively.
Morgan Geekie might be their best forward now.
Certainly he has the best shot at the moment. The guy can't miss. Actually, his shooting percentage is not nearly as high as I expected, so he must be shooting the puck a ton. Anyway, I don't know if I can. I wanted to bet the under. I wanted to bet Boston, but with Corpusalo and net, Swayman has been outstanding since a shaky start. He's a big reason why the Bruins are in a playoff position or close to it anyway now.
Yeah, I think he was mentioned in the awards watch too. As
he's one of the finalists there. But yeah, it's just a slight nudge towards Bruins and the under, but I'm not sure if I got the Stones to back him to fade at Binnington on the road in Boston.
Okay, down to 7:30 now. I got the Detroit Red Wings plus 100 at the Columbus Blue Jackets minus 120, over 6.5 minus 115, under 6.5 minus 105. What do you got here?
Small bet on Columbus. Detroit, they lost 4 straight games until they won pretty comfortably against the Bruins in the last one.
5-4. Was it a
but it was garbage time goals from Boston. Red Wings are clearly the better team in that one. Just give me 15 bucks on the Jackets. Vibes are good there in Columbus after the Buckeyes finally beat Michigan. So hopefully that keeps rolling through the hockey side of the town. Just small bet on the Blue Jackets. I don't love the Red Wings right now. And I keep expecting the Jackets to put some wins together, but they've been very inconsistent. So, we'll see what happens here. No play on the total.
Yeah, looks like Marchenko will be back for the Blue Jackets tonight. Not seeing him listed on the injury report, so that's going to be good for Columbus. Yeah, neither team playing too well as of late, but that would be a boost there. If I had to take a side, it would be the Jackets there as well. But I do have a play on the over here, over 6.5 minus 115. Both of these teams have kind of been trending that way recently. Got a 4-3 overtime game 2 weeks ago in Detroit when they played. What's the goalie matchup tonight? Goalie matchup is
Merzlikins,
Talbot versus Merzlikins. So both save percentages under 900 there. So yeah, going to go with the over 6.5 minus 115. Also looking at some Red Wings shots on goal props. Dylan Larkin, DeBrincat's always good for that. Maybe Mo Sider. Blue Jackets allowing the third most shots per game in the league.
Friedman throwing out that the Red Wings are in the mix now to trade for Quinn Hughes for some reason, which that makes no sense whatsoever because he's not re-signing in Detroit.
No,
almost certainly.
No,
and the Red Wings aren't going to win the cup the next 2 years. So what the fucking point?
Yeah, the Red Wings have been. I have no idea what the eyes are planning. What the eyes are planning.
The eyes are planned.
Yeah.
It all leads up to Quinn Hughes. I don't get it.
Yeah. Right down to 9 p.m. here. I got the Seattle Kraken plus 170 at the Edmonton Oilers minus 205. Oilers puck line plus 124. Over 5.5 minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105 here. Seattle's last game was at home against Edmonton. 4-0 loss. 3 straight losses for Seattle. Edmonton, of course, lost at home on Tuesday against Minnesota there, 1-0 with the wall of St. Paul. Wallstead, just he's been incredible there for Minnesota. So yeah, I think the only way you can look here is Edmonton, but like minus 205 is just way too high. Maybe an under if you can trust Stu Skinner, assuming he is starting for, no, it is Pickard for Edmonton. Wallman day-to-day. Roslovic is still out. Seattle still missing Montour is the day-to-day, as well as Marchment is still without Schwartz. Yeah, I don't know. This is too high to bet on the Oilers, and I don't know if I can back the Kraken right now, given how they're playing. And yeah, you can't trust either goalie. So yeah, pass here for this one.
Yeah, it's a big number. I don't think the Oilers have deserved that based on their play so far this season. You keep expecting them to turn the corner, but their defense continues to be absolute shite. They actually were playing pretty better recently. We mentioned the game against the Kraken, mentioned the game against the Wild, where the Oilers were actually a far better team, but Wallstead absolutely stood on his head. His 4th shutout in 6 starts, which is incredible. He's another guy up there for the Calder. Maybe could overtake Schaefer. We'll see. I'm still a long way away from that. But yeah, if anyone could take him down, it seems to be this guy if he keeps up this insane rate of goaltending. We'll talk about that again in the next one. But yeah, for this one, give me the over 5.5. 20 bucks. I don't believe in the goalless defense at all. And Pickard in that there. I mean, Skinner's not much better, but he's still better than Captain Picard. Yeah, the Kraken continue to be a bit of a mystery team. Yeah, I don't really have any arguments for or against them, really. Just give me the over. And yeah, if anything, for a side, I would just take the Oilers puck line. I mean, they haven't won games by a lot this season. Their wins typically come in overtime or just 1-goal games. But I think the Kraken are a team that they could conceivably blow up, but they need the top guys to get going because they don't have any kind of depth whatsoever, especially without Roslovic now. Yeah. Over 20, over 5.5.
20 bucks you said, or 15?
20.
All right, down 9 o'clock again. Minnesota Wild minus 118 at the Calgary Flames minus 102. Over 5.5 minus 115. Under 5.5 minus 102. Another Malinsky here, Joel. I don't get this line. I just don't get it.
No, I mean, I would assume it's because of the surprising underlying numbers for the Flames, who are somehow top 10, top 5, some places. Expect goals for sure and all that. But again, we've talked about this a lot. The Flames just don't have goal scorers, so yeah, all they can do is fire pucks at the goalie and hoping somebody tips it in because they don't have any true shooters, scorers, or the like, and they're playing better defensively. Dustin Wolf, I think, is confirmed for this one, and he has not been as good as he was last year. Devin Cooley actually has been the better Flames goalie so far this season. So the Wild definitely have a goaltending advantage, whether it's Gus or
it is Gus.
Gus, yeah, that's okay. Still an elite goalie. Yeah, so Flames, come back from the big road trip, getting dummied by the Preds last game. Yeah, give me the Wild all day long. I know they've slowed down a little bit after this. Well, they're still on this crazy streak. I think they've had points now in 8 or 9 straight games, so they've won all of them except for the one against the Sabres. which was in the aftermath of beating the Avalanche, so that was a tough spot for them anyway. So yeah, love the Wild here. Give me 25 bucks at the minus 118. Yeah, the under, if anything, I have to bet there. Actually, let's go with another under 15 bucks at the under 5.5 at minus 105. Yeah, I just don't see a lot of scores on either team, and then both teams have pretty good goaltending, although Dustin Wolf leaves a lot to be desired lately.
Yeah, completely agree there, and really not much to add. 23 bucks on the Wild, minus 118, and 24 bucks on that, round that up, and then 21 on the under 5.5, minus 105. 2-0 win for Minnesota back on November 9th against Calgary. Neither team's going to score more than 3 goals, maybe 4 from Minnesota with an empty net or something in there. And yeah, Gustafsson is the reason why Wallstead can't win the Calder. Like they're going to split starts unless Gus gets hurt and Wallstead really takes over. I don't think he'll have what it takes. I mean, I do have Schaefer tickets, so maybe that's speaking biasly, but even unbiasedly, Beckett Seneca is up there as well. I know you shouted him out a few weeks ago, but he's on a huge point streak for the Ducks. But yeah, Calgary, 5 straight road games, 7 of their past 8 on the road. A lot of travel. Really bad spot for them here.
I just showed him out as an alternative for Archer to think about, because then he'll spiral out of control thinking about him, because he's all in on Schaefer. I've hardly made a bet in the Calder this year. I was planning to bet a lot of Demidov, but Schaefer's been so good, so I've been just sitting in the back, just regretting the opportunity to join you guys on Schaefer, who's clearly having one of the best rookie seasons in recent memory.
Yeah. All right, down to the final game on Thursday night. Chicago Blackhawks plus 185 at the Los Angeles Kings minus 225. Under 5.5 minus 150, or over 5.5 minus 115. Under 5.5 minus 105 here. Saw Drew Doughty will be returning for this one against the Blackhawks. Connor Bedard has been incredible for the Blackhawks. People are putting him in the Hart Trophy conversation, which, sure, if the Blackhawks somehow make the playoffs, he deserves it, but don't think that's going to be the case here. Kings alternating wins and losses. Blackhawks haven't been great either. So if anything, give me the under 5.5 here, minus 105 for 21 bucks there. I'm assuming it's Spencer Knight versus Kemper. Knight's confirmed. Kemper is probable. So yeah, under 5.5. Low scoring Kings game, 3-1, 3-2 type of game. Under for 21 bucks.
Yeah, again, a big number here, but Blackhawks, due for some regression with their outstanding PDO with Spencer Knight and Connor Bedard largely being responsible for that. But both those guys seem certainly sustainable, not really regression candidates, considering how well they're playing. Bedard having his best season by far and playing his way onto Team Canada, deservedly so. It's looking like it's going to be a younger Team Canada this year, which is good to see. For this game, though, I'd have to join you on the under 5.5 if I had to bet it. That's a big number, though. I don't know if the Kings should be laying that against most teams, let alone a team that have been very feisty this year. You know what? Give me 10 bucks on the Hawks plus 185. I think they can make this competitive and maybe push this to a 50-50 shootout or some bullshit. And 15 bucks on the under 5.5 for the reasons that you mentioned there.
Yeah, Blackhawks would be my only way to look in this one. Yeah, and that's the spot where you get a good number here. Maybe they take a lead. You get both teams at plus money, or you just take the plus 1.5 at minus 148 and hope for a low scoring game. Okay, let me bring up the puck buck bets to put on the screen here.
Tomorrow we got to go through.
No, I know. I'm putting these up for the ad break, and then we're going to Friday's game. So 39-minute mark of the YouTube video are the puck buck bets for Thursday night. And we are brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has crushed NFL this season, especially on props. Been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is also up and running, and with 300 plus schools, Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night, which pairs nicely with the daily The College Experience shows with Matt, Colby, and Noah. Every game, you're prepared. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or build your own and play with the sliders. With so many sports and the holidays, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction on a game so you can focus on other sports. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right, yes. Going now to Friday. I have not looked at Friday's games yet. Joel has here. 7 p.m. Got the Buffalo Sabres plus 120 at the Winnipeg Jets minus 142. Under 6.5 minus 125. Over 6.5 plus 105. Joel, what do you have here? Oh, it's a Malinsky. You're on the Sabres.
Yeah. But this is not one I'm super confident in. The Sabres, they have 1 win in the row this year, something stupid like that. 1-2 wins.
2-7-2. Yeah, 2-7.
Yeah, so they're a terrible road team. Jets been fine at home, but of course, a lot of those wins were with Connor Hellebuyck in net, and they've certainly struggled without him. Losing yet again to the Canadians there. They were okay. They played an okay game in that one, but after getting embarrassed by Carolina and who else they lose to the recent history? And that road trip was not good. I think they only had 1
Buffalo.
win.
They lost 5-1 in Buffalo.
Yeah. So they have to play them again. So I'm not super confident, but I got to stick with the system. $15 on the Sabres money line. Maybe it's Comrie again. Just second chance at a revenge game. Yeah, so it's just that bet there. And $15 on the over 6.5. I think we could get some goals in this one with some bad goaltending on either side. And yeah, I mean, the Jets could still score, but their defense is totally taking a massive step back from the last couple of years. So Sabres should get their opportunity. And they're top 10 in terms of expected goals for, not percentage, not the overall, but in terms of the goals for side of things, the Sabres are still generating a ton of chances. So hopefully they do the same thing here, and we get some goals and a high score, and Sabres win.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Sabres. I'm just putting the $15 there at plus 120 because it should be a bigger number for the Sabres against the Jets. I know no Hellebuyck for Winnipeg, and Buffalo did just beat them 5-1 at home. But mentioned the 2-7-2 record. Winnipeg 6-5-0 at home. Past 10 games, Buffalo has the 5th best expected goals for share. Winnipeg is at 12. So yeah, Buffalo playing a little bit better. Careless hockey last night in Philadelphia for them. Just a bunch of penalties. Rasmus Dahlin had a game misconduct on a boarding Trevor Zegras. Yeah, they still have Tage Thompson, Josh Norris back as well. So yeah, they can put some goals up there. I'll take them there, and yeah, I would take the over if anything, but just going with those Sabres.
I mentioned Steve Aleket's defensive environment stat of the save percentage, 0.904 for the Avalanche. The Jets were 3rd in that stat last year. Somehow they've fallen all the way down to like 28th or 29th as of a couple days ago. So the Jets defense is just totally falling apart, and they don't have the error remover, the eraser that is Connor Hellebuyck anymore. So that's why they're going to miss the playoffs, God willing.
All right, down 7:00 again. Got the Vegas Golden Knights minus 130 at the New Jersey Devils plus 110. Over 5.5 minus 135. Under 5.5 plus 114 here. Devils looking human on home ice here. Flyers got the 5-3 win. They lost 5-3 to Columbus as well, and then 3-0 to Dallas on Wednesday night. Vegas, back-to-back home wins against San Jose, against Chicago there, but still have not been great this season. 12-6-8. Maybe an overtime game here. Always love those cross-conference games, but don't really know if I can play a side because, yeah, Devils without Jack Hughes, Brett Pesci's still out, Dadonov is out, and Vegas is, still Carlson out, but Stone back. Maybe Vegas here. Vegas minus 130. Just I think too small of a number here for a team that would probably be minus 150 or higher deserve to be. So yeah, Vegas minus 130. I'll put 13 bucks on that.
Yeah, I had Brendan Dillon too is going to be out for the Devils. I'm pretty sure after getting his lights knocked out for
no, he returned to that game. I'm pretty sure I read.
Yeah, but then he got benched because
okay.
I'm pretty sure he had to be concussed or something because he was out there. Veronica beat the shit out of him. So I would be very surprised if he's playing the next game. Yeah, I'm with you all over the Knights. I like him more than you do, apparently. Give me $25 on the Knights money line. They've been, they finally won a game that went to extra time, thankfully, against the Blackhawks. When I finally just said, fuck betting nights money, I'll just do regulation, and that's the one where they win in a shootout, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So give me Knights here, minus 130 for 25 bucks. I think that they are the far superior team with the Devils' injuries, and it's not look good. The Devils, their underlying numbers aren't great either. Knights just better team, like I said. No thoughts to the total.
All right.
Well, the total really depends on Markstrom versus Allen. If it's Markstrom, I definitely don't want the under. But if it's Allen, that's the way I would take there.
Yeah. Down at 8 o'clock at San Jose Sharks plus 245. Sharks puck line minus 105. At the Dallas Stars minus 305. Stars puck line minus 115. Under 6.5 minus 135. Over 6.5 plus 114. Joel, what do you got?
Oh, it's one of the biggest lines of the week, and I'm not sure the Sharks have earned this disrespect by the market. I guess the Stars earning it with how well they've been playing. Pretty much the best team in the month of November, right alongside the Avalanche. Anyway, they lost the last game in overtime, I want to say, against the Rangers. Now coming back home.
Well, they beat the Devils last night, too. So this will be the third game in 4 nights for them.
They beat the Devils.
Dallas, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. They played
they won 3-0.
New Jersey last night, 3-0.
Right. So that was their back-to-back. It's you got to look the Sharks' way. I know they got pumped by the Capitals last night, 7-1. And that one goal was an absolute garbage time. Just give me $5 on the. No, you know what? Give me $15 on the plus 1.5. Let's have a competitive game. Stars. Oh, we got to mention this too. Tyler Seguin done for the year at the torn ACL. Another significant injury for him. He's barely played the last couple of years, and that sucks for them. He's been very good, even in the twilight of his career, you have to say. It sucks for them going forward. Missing him, it's a serious blow for their chance to win. But if any team can endure that loss, it's the Stars with all the depth they have.
Yeah, I'm taking the Sharks here, plus 1.5, minus 105 for 21 bucks. Yeah, they haven't lost back-to-back games since early November there. Tough spot for the Stars going up to New York, New Jersey, and then coming home, third game in 4 nights. Always like to fade that spot, fade the fatigued team there. And Sharks are going to want a better performance after that beat down at home against the Capitals, who were on a back-to-back themselves there. So Sharks plus 1.5, minus 105. I'd sprinkle the money line as well. We'll see how high this gets. This is currently the best price on the board, but I'm not putting too many puck bucks on the Sharks, but just the puck line there. I guess that correlates with the under, but not going to be doubling down.
I saw another stat where Celebrini has accounted for 51% or 51% of Sharks goals have had a Celebrini point, which is absolutely incredible. Just a one-man team there in San Jose. Yeah,
they're in a playoff spot. Like Celebrini for Hart, I can kind of get on board with because he's been insane, but I just don't think the Blackhawks have it in them. I also don't think the Sharks have it in them. But
no, neither of them are winning the Hart, but certainly future Hart winners.
Yeah. All right, 9 o'clock here. Utah Mammoth minus 130 at the Vancouver Canucks plus 110. Under 6.5 minus 120. Over 6.5 plus 100. Joel, what's going on with your Canucks?
Well, the whole market now is he's entirely committed to the rebuild, and seems like management is as well, though they keep saying that they aren't trading Quinn Hughes, but I think that's just a lip service. And got Frank Cervelli saying that Quinn Hughes is 100% committed to the Canucks. I'm not sure how the fuck he knows that. He's the only one saying that.
And then he took a shot at Michael Bublé's kid. Like, what are you doing, Frank? What the fuck are you doing?
Dude, the city of Vancouver hates that guy, and he hates Vancouver for whatever reason. Fuck that guy. Fat Frank is a total piece of trash.
He sold his soul to get the scoop on the fucking Kraken expansion draft that no one cared about.
Yeah, that's why he looks like he's 60 at age 37. He has no soul. The Canucks is not quite a Belitsky. They went on that Western road trip. They had a couple days off, but I don't think it matters. Mammoth absolutely dummied the Ducks 7-0 in that one. Got some great goals from Melka, but clearly the better team. And I think they would keep rolling here. Minus 130 is a cheap price to pay against tanking Canucks team with the rash of injuries themselves still. 25 puck bucks on the mouth money line. And let's go heavy on the over 6.5 as well. Canucks, arguably the worst defensive team in the league, and the goaltending is certainly not been there to withstand that. So 25 puck bucks on the over 6.5 as well. We're going heavy in this game in Vancouver.
Yeah, we got the over last night in Anaheim, thanks to our good friend Ville Husso starting in net for the Ducks. I saw you were on that one there.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Anaheim. To sweat 7 goals for Utah to catch that.
Yeah, I like Utah here. Minus 130, 26 bucks. Canucks, coming home from road trip, one extra day off. But Utah really playing well. Looking at their shot differential recently, played tough against some good opponents there. 6-9-2 on the road isn't great, but Vancouver's 3-7-1 at home, which is just absolutely embarrassing there for the Canucks. I'm just waiting for the Flyers Canucks trade for, I don't know, for Sherwood or for someone else to be announced.
Garland, Talkett's guy.
Because Forster's out now for 2 to 3 months, but we have like our Garland and like a Konechny Brink type of role, but we'll see what happens there. I mean, maybe it'll be Quinn Hughes coming back to Philly with Rick Tocchet. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, Utah minus 130 for 26. I wasn't going to play the total, and I'm still not, because I can't rely on Vancouver to score more than 1 goal. So just Utah here, minus 130. And down to 10 o'clock for the last game on the docket, got the Washington Capitals minus 135 at the Anaheim Ducks plus 114, under 6.5 minus 120, over 6.5 at plus 100 here. Capitals have really turned it on as of late. 6 wins in a row, at least 9 of their past 10 here. I'm seeing John Carlson didn't play last night. Didn't matter on the back-to-back in San Jose for the 7-1 win. Allowed 1 goal in each of their past 3 games. We just mentioned it. Anaheim could not score against Utah there. So seems like a low price for Washington. I know it's 3rd game in 4 nights for an older type of team here. But with Dostal and Mrazek both out, I'm not sure who their other goalie is besides Ville Husso.
So, it was some guy I hadn't heard of. At least he came in for the game last night. Something with a B. Butrigets. I don't know. I didn't have this sound on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Vyacheslav Butiets.
Okay.
Butiets, yeah.
It's a Russian guy, I guess.
I guess so. Let me see what his minor numbers were there this year in the AHL. How many games? Where's games played? 3 games, 870s, 8. He was in the ECHL this year and last year. So yeah, not a good goalie there for Anaheim. So yeah, all over the Caps here, minus 135, 27 puck bucks there. I would play the over, but I don't think Washington's going to allow too much. So just the Caps here, minus 135.
Right, I would like the Ducks here, but the goaltending situation has me concerned. I do expect them to bounce back after getting embarrassed at home to usually there's 6,000 people in the building, but by the end of that game, there were like 6 people left in the building. The Capitals are playing really well lately, very good defensively and in net. But I'm still going to go with the Ducks over 6.5, even money. We might need another 7 goals from their opposition here, given the way that the Capitals are playing defensively. But no, I do expect the Ducks to get at least a couple goals in this one. So I'll stay away from the side. But we'll keep going with the Ducks overs. 20 puck bucks, even money over 6.5.
All right, that's the 5-game slate for Friday after the 10-game slate for tonight, Thursday. There's the puck buck bets, all of them there on the screen at the 54-minute mark of the YouTube video. Anything else you want to touch on here before we close it out?
No, not really. No real big thoughts. I think every favorite in each division wins still. Knights, Avs, Hurricanes, Lightning. Seems pretty set. I think the best value is on the Knights because they're only minus 115, minus 120. And I think they're the best team in the Pacific by far. Do not expect the Ducks to hang around there at the top. Same for the Kings, and the Oilers have too much ground to make up, and they have shown me nothing that they're like the last couple Oilers teams. So, and the Knights have a lot more in them than what they've shown lately. Yeah. So I think that's the best division bet at the moment.
Yes, seeing Knights minus 125, minus 115. And yeah, looking at that division, I'm shocked they're winning it based on how poorly they've played so far. Goal differentials +1 so far. And it's 7-4-4 at home. They usually have huge home ice advantage. I don't know. Maybe NHL players aren't as drawn by the Vegas nightlife now after being in the league for so long. But yeah, I think Vegas.
Well, they need an Aiden Hill back or Carter Hart to be what he was before. Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Vegas and the Pacific seems, unless if Vegas doesn't get it together, the Pacific seems wide open. Because like you got the Ducks there, you got the Kings. I don't know. The West seems a lot more set than the East. Like the East is just
so they're all the same. They're all bad.
Yeah. There's like the Lightning. There's the Hurricanes. I guess the Capitals too, and then just everyone else.
Yeah.
All right, we will be back on Friday evening, probably 5, 6-ish Eastern, to break down Saturday slate. There. Of course, make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey On Podcast on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, where there's podcasts. If you have your Spotify Wrapped and you want to tag us on Twitter at HockeySGPN, please do. We will share that. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord as well. All right, I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Meyer, and you'll find me betting the Lions tonight in the football.
See ya.